Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking on the video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Richard Field, aka Field Day Gets Fit. I just wanted to start this channel because I was obese, I was overweight, and I still have a lot to do. I still have a long way to go. And what I did whenever I first started losing weight was all the wrong stuff. And then I went ahead and looked up some people on YouTube, kind of like you're doing, and found some people that really inspired me, showed me the right way. But one thing I did notice about 99.9% of them is even if they had lost the weight, they weren't really still losing weight or anything. They were not in that point of still working on getting to a healthier place, getting into a healthier lifestyle, both mind-wise and fitness-wise. And so I wanted to start this channel so that people could see someone that's still doing it, and then hopefully that would inspire some people to start their journey, continue their journey, know that there's always struggles, there's always stuff to learn, and I would just like for you guys to go on that journey with me. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Richard Field. I'm 32 years old, prior service in the Navy. I was not always a chunky guy. In fact, whenever I was in high school or anything, I was a toothpick, literally 5'9", 100 pounds. Joined the military. They tried to fatten me up. So I went in the military at 20 years old. Between 20 and 24, I gained 20 pounds. So not that big. About 25, my metabolism really slowed down, I thought, because I just started gaining a little bit of weight. And I was like, that's no big deal. Until I hit about 28. And in that time frame, I went from about 120 pounds to about 180 pounds. Still not too bad, right? Then the big thing happened. And so randomly within about a year, I put on an excess of 80 more pounds, 85 more pounds. So 265 pounds is how much I weighed that I actually saw the scale, that number. Now, if you asked anybody if I was going to be fat when I was growing up, no, not at all. I was a soccer player. I was always outside doing stuff. Yeah, I played video games, but I was always active. So I was in a committed relationship for a really long time with somebody who supported me. They loved me for who I was. They really didn't care about my body type or anything like that, which was great. But at the same time, whenever I would, say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight, they say, okay, yeah, support me. But they didn't support me 100%. By that, I mean, they really wanted me to lose weight. But while I was eating healthy and everything, they would be eating Taco Bell and other foods like that, eating ice cream, not going to exercise with me, that kind of stuff. But what I found was no matter what I tried, I was still putting on weight. And one of the people I watch on YouTube referred to this as a click moment. My click moment was very important to me. I still get emotional talking about it. But I was visiting my parents for the holidays, and they hadn't seen me in a while. And I distinctly remember my mom has this really long flight of stairs to go upstairs to where we were sleeping. And I walked up the stairs, and there's about 20 steps, but when I got to the top, I was out of breath. And I'm not talking, whew, I mean hands on knees, bent over like, oh my gosh, that's too much. And then I turn around and my mom's at the bottom of the stairs, and she just looks devastated. And I'll never forget what she said. She was tearing up, and she said, I don't want to bury my son. That's all she said. And I walked into the room, and I sat on the bed, and I cried for about a good half hour, because I was never the person to not do anything physical. I was never the person to get fat, or so I thought. And I did. I got really large. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a serious change. I started running, doing cardio nonstop and everything, trying to lose weight. It wasn't working, wasn't losing weight, couldn't figure out why. So, in all this happening, I ended up getting a growth in my right breast, right underneath the nipple. And it started to hurt really bad and got really big. And I'll have pictures to show you guys somewhere on the screen. But so I went to a doctor. The first doctor I went to, I said, hey, I'm really worried that this might be like some form of breast cancer. Let's never forget his reply. His reply and the nurse's reply are, guys don't get breast cancer. And that just kind of shocked me that they even thought that. Moved forward about a couple months, I ended up moving up near my parents and stuff, went to a better hospital, which was great, but I had masses all in my chest, a lot of something called gynecomastia, which is fatty tissue, and then some tumors. So they wanted to make sure that they weren't cancerous. In that time frame, while they were doing blood tests, I also found out I had no testosterone. I mean, at the time, I was 30 years old and had the testosterone of a 95-year-old man. They were like, wow. So then they tried to figure out what was going on there. I had every single test you can think of, to the point where they were like, well, the only time we ever really see something like this is when someone has a tumor on the pituitary gland. That freaked me out. So I got a test. They said there's no tumor. They couldn't figure out what was going on, so they gave me some medication to even that out. So I took that medication that helps my body make its own testosterone. My testosterone levels got back to normal, and I was finally able to lose weight. I started lifting weights, which is my primary source of exercise. It's fantastic. And the doctor said, hey, do you have any family history of cancer? And I was like, yeah, we have a little bit. But then my mom told me that on my dad's side, there were 14 people that passed away from cancer in one generation. Some of it being breast cancer. My grandma died of breast cancer. On my mom's side, my aunt died of cancer. There was a lot of cancer in my family, so the doctor gave me a choice. She said, hey, do you want to go ahead and try to shrink these tumors and stuff with like radiation first, or we can go ahead and just take all your breast tissue and then you won't have to worry about it. And I said, take it. So they took everything. I had no breast tissue. I had to rebuild my chest from absolutely nothing. In the time, and this was literally 1 month after I started my weight loss journey, so I was out for another 8 to 10 weeks after that, and I couldn't work out. And I didn't give up, though. The second I was able to lift up a weight, I went and lifted up a weight. Now, I went from not working out very often to working out to not working out at all because of the surgery. When I got back into the gym, I had to start from scratch. I could not even lift a bar because of how weak I was. I hadn't been able to utilize my chest muscles or anything. So I've been building up since then. And I still have a way to go. Like I said, I still got a gut. I'm working on it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have loose skin. I'll definitely show here, we'll show like before pictures and current pictures and everything so you can see what I'm doing. But pretty much the reason, again, I made this channel was so that you guys know you're not alone. I'm working on it. I'll help you guys work on it. I want this channel to be a place like a community where we can talk to each other. You can ask questions. I can answer questions. You can give me advice too, because trust me, I need advice. And it's just going to be me with workouts and meal prepping and, different exercises, different activities, pretty much whatever I can do to help other people so they have a good foundation to learn, to better themselves, and to be happy. So, again, thank you very, very much for coming to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you like it. I'm going to have videos out, try it every single week at first. And yes, I know my editing is terrible, but I am working on it, I'm learning, and I will be getting new equipment as this goes on so that the quality gets better. But again, thank you very much, and remember to go get it.